Good morning, beautiful ladies, and welcome to Bees Elevate with Anupama. Before we begin, let me wish all of you a happy Gudi Padwa, a happy Ugadi, who have celebrated both these festivals yesterday, and Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim brethren who have started fasting as of today. When we're talking about quite a few religious things as of now, yesterday we had a new year, today we have the start of Ramadan. First thing is, we know that this festival or Ramadan starts on a specific day. We are aware, right? So for us, when we are approaching a festival or a traditional event or maybe Ramadan, what do? The first thing that we do is we are aware what it is, what we are getting into. We start planning as to how to take that day forward. What do you need to do? And this day specifically have something that's standardized. You know that, okay, Ramadan, you have to fast. Gudi Padwa, okay, you have to do a puja. Or Ugadi, you have to have specific items to be cooked, specific tasks or rituals to be done. You dress in a particular manner. Yeah, so things have to be planned for all these things to be done. For cooking, I need to get a particular type of vegetables. I need to make sure that the sweets are there, bought from the shops. Flowers are made ready. You have made those flowers into nice beautiful garlands. So all these things, small nitty-gritty ones, you need to plan, and then that plan needs to be executed. Yeah, for example, if I want a particular sweet, then I have to go to that particular shop to get it. Yeah, I just can't go anywhere and purchase it, right? So all this starts off with knowing what the event is, to knowing in advance what the rituals or what are the tasks that are required or mandated for these events, and accordingly plan and execute them. Execution in terms of cooking the specific items, getting all those items ready for the puja, making sure that the day progresses as it should. Dress up, right? We ladies love to dress up, so dressing up is another event altogether. So we need to know what kind of sari we are going to wear, what are the jewelry we are going to wear. And those people who are into Ramadan, they are now into the process of understanding how to get the spiritual aspect into their lives, and they also plan accordingly, because at the end of the day you have iftar, the fast breaking, and the lady of the house has to be ready for it. So planning, and then executing that plans. Yeah, this becomes a part of this events or these traditions that we hold dear or we follow. Why I'm talking about all this today? Well, when it comes to business, exactly all those things we need to do in terms of business. When we're talking about business, we know why we are doing it, what we are doing it for. So that means you know that you have to do business for profit with a purpose, right? So that why, what I'm going to get at the end of it, and what I'm going to resolve for my clients is all in there. Just like any event, any festival, you know, the why, what, when, right? So all those things come into business as well. That means I am making or creating a business for profit, but then it has to have some purpose. It has a purpose, because without purpose, no business can move forward. Now, when we're talking about festivities, we're talking about planning and executing. Well, look at the business part of it or the business side of it. I need to plan. Yeah. I need to plan. That means I need to put, the first thing I need to do is put the business plan in place. Now, when I'm looking at that business plan, I know what aspects I need to get ready with. Yeah. So I need to get ready. First is, of course, with the resources I require. Now, what can those resources be? The resources, of course, are the items, the task required for creating and delivering that product or service. That's one. Second thing is, of course, the people that I would require to take that business forward or require to execute my plans. Then I would require capital investment, because at the beginning of it itself, if I were to even have a trade license, I need to put in the money to get that trade license. So all these resources need to be arranged for. Then is about dressing ourselves up mentally. You all know business is something that cannot be left on its own. We need to care for it just as we care for our babies, or just as we care for our families. You can't just have a business and say, okay, it's going to grow on its own. It has to be nurtured. It has to be taken care of. And if you are not ready mentally to do so, then your business goes nowhere. Yeah, it's a downhill process. Then you better not start a business in the first place. So getting ourselves mentally prepared for it, prepared for all the risks, all the decisions, all the responsibilities of handling or holding a business together rests upon us. So you have to be mentally prepared. Now this becomes your preparation stage, your planning stage. You get ready, plan it out, and now it's the time to look at how to execute it. For any festivals, the planning has to be executed, and executed in a particular manner. There are traditional rituals to be taken care of. Same thing with the business. There are processes, there are systems, there are ways that you need to go from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It's just as simple as you are managing a festival, a tradition at home. Those concepts, just pick them up and put it at your professional aspect in your business. You just need to know how to do it. What happened with your festivals? Yeah, they were traditionally mandated. Here you have the freedom to make those mandates, to decide how to move forward, how to execute it, how many people you will require, whose help you should be asking. Now you'll ask me, Anupama, is that so easy? Yeah, it is. It's not rocket science. The only thing is you need to be aware of it. You should be aware of how things move from one phase to another. And if, in terms of festivities, if you get held up somewhere, what do? You ask elders in the house. You ask somebody who's experienced in that matter, right? Then why not in business? Business, ask for help. Go to people who have done it before. Go to experts, go to mentors, go to your elders who have done that earlier before you and have the experience to pass on to you. Now, as I'm preparing this analogy of the festival to your business, if you look at every aspect of it, it's just the same. Only what changes is something goes haywire in your preparation for a traditional home meal, or for any puja or any fasting that you're doing for the sake of spirituality and sake of religion. It's onus on you to leave it, let it go, or maybe improve it to take it further. In the business, the onus lies not only on you, but of many other factors as well, including if you have a team. Business is a teamwork. Business is not something that is limited to your family, to yourself. So that's the only major difference between running a festive event and running a business. A festive event has a very short duration and it will repeat after 1 year, right? A business is an ongoing thing. It's day in and day out that you need to look at it, nurture it, and plan, execute it, transact it on a regular, daily, day-to-day basis. Otherwise, whatever concepts that you would have used in your house to manage a festive event or a fasting day or anything that's required in terms of taking it as a tradition, the same things happen in business. Businesses are to our traditions. What you set as a business culture will be moved on year to year, and then they become a part of the entire business proposition that you run. Wow, I like that thought. I like the thought of creating legacy businesses. So business, even for profit, even with a purpose, can be created into legacy businesses if done with the right intent, in the right way. So my friends, look at your business just as something that what you would do in and day out for a traditional or for a ritual or for a religious purpose. Only here the purpose changes. It becomes profit with purpose. It becomes more day to day rather than on a short duration. And it is a onus that we need to give forward as the business moves into the next levels. So these businesses are where you not only lay the foundation but build on it year by year, making them successful. And that's how a life cycle of a business runs. The startup, yeah, it's just like starting up a new trend or a new tradition with what you earn. As it moves into growing, scaling it itself into a cash cow, a maturity level, and when it stagnates, you need to innovate it, because then the purpose changes and makes it move into the next realm or the next level of success. So friends, that's all from me today. I'm right now in a bit of a festive mood and getting into that level of looking at business in a different angle altogether. So if you have any comments, anything to say of what I talk about, any concerns, put them in the comment box. If there are any queries, put them in the comment box and I'll address to it. I'm sure I'll address to it in the next episode of Bees Elevate with Anupama. Till then, have a rocking day and Ramadan Kareem to all those who are fasting.